And welcome back to Scrolling Out Loud. Today's topic we're getting into is siblings. Sometimes we like them, sometimes we hate them. But I'm David.
And I'm Amanda. Let's get comfy.
All right, my first one comes from Am I the Asshole? My girlfriend called me brother while having sex. I, 28 male, and my girlfriend, 29 female, were in the middle of having sex. We were nearing climax when I went to grab her hand. She quickly clasped it, pulled my arm toward her in the style of a friendly handshake. She brought it in and said, "Hell yeah, brother."
Oh my God.
I couldn't anymore. My erection died, and well, I felt like I just gave one of the boys a good old bring it in pat on the back and go get beers handshake. Had to tell somebody. Thanks, Reddit, for listening to my misery. That one.
It's funny afterwards, but could you imagine?
I mean, I just thought it was funny because, like, to some people, it's
Hell
like
yeah,
the end of the world, like, to laugh during or after.
I think it depends on the length of the relationship.
I mean, but
I don't know.
But I thought, more or less, I just thought like the comments were funny because when I read it, I thought it was different. I thought that when I read it at first, I said, "called my brother while having sex." Oh. Which was a completely different story.
Right.
But
write that one. No. What are the comments?
Huh?
What are some of the funny comments?
That one, I was almost thinking it was going to be his girl called him her brother's name during sex. I was definitely waiting to read something wildly fucked up and not that should have definitely been viewed as a memorable moment.
Yeah. That's almost like, so I've seen it a lot on TikTok lately, but like the people that are like the wannabe tomboys, they're like, "Oh, I don't have girlfriends. I hang out with the boys." And, "Oh yeah, I like sports." Like, it's a lot of them making fun of it, but that's what that's giving. Like, very wanna be one of the boys kind of thing.
So like what? Like the fake tomboys?
Yeah, like they want to be tomboys so bad that they're like, "I only have guy friends. I hang out with the guys. Yeah, I play sports." Like, I don't know. It's really funny. I can't think of like any of the other references that they make, but that's what it's giving. Like they're trying to be like one of the boys, hang out. I drink beer, like stuff like that.
Well, and then there was another comment that was good. What did it say?
That's my new ringtone.
I can't find it, but there was another one. Dude missed a perfect opportunity to give her the Randy Savage. Oh yeah.
Oh God. Okay.
I thought it would just be a good funny one to get us started.
Yeah. Lighten the mood, brother. Okay. So my next one, well, my first one is just looking for advice. So it's just suppose it's not an asshole. But he's kind of an asshole. Okay. So my husband's older brother feels the need to make life a competition and he has to be the first for everything, even as adults. And it's been driving me and my husband nuts. We couldn't celebrate our engagement with the family because his brother had to say repeatedly, "I got engaged first. I just didn't make a big deal out of it." When we announced our wedding date, his brother rushed in and got married a few months before us, despite have never talked about getting married so he could be first. Now his brother is expecting his first child and said it would have been shameful if he had children before. Oh, it would have been shameful if we had children before he did, and that he won the race. It's never been a race. My husband and I don't plan on having children for a few more years, so it's not been a race for us. But his brother seems to be set on rubbing it in our faces that he was first. Does anybody else deal with this? My own brother and I don't feel the need to compete, so it really weirds me out that my husband's older brother is rubbing it in our faces.
So the brother makes it a point to saying that
Right.
he's the first one to do stuff?
Yeah, I'm assuming that he's like the oldest brother. Maybe there's only two of them. It doesn't say. And there's no ages, but like the brother got engaged first, and then the other brother, like the younger
Mm-hmm.
brother, got engaged. Well, then when they announced the wedding date, like, hey, we picked a date,
Mm-hmm.
he rushed out and got married. So, and now he's expecting a child, which, love, marriage, children, all the things.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I did it first. So it's almost like he didn't do it because they wanted a child or, whatever.
Well, and it's like, and then you say something like, "I did it first, so it's not that important," kind of a thing.
Yeah. So first he said that he got engaged but didn't make a big deal out of it. So
Oh, okay,
he
that's
didn't
what
he didn't throw a party.
it's yeah, it's okay. So yeah, I don't see why you guys are doing this. When I did
Right.
it, it wasn't that big of a deal. Blah blah blah.
Now his brother is expecting his first child and said it would have been shameful if he had children or if we had children before he did, and that he won. He won the race. So everything's a competition to him.
I mean,
But
there's people out there that are like that, and yes, those guys are dicks. But
I mean, I don't think that it's the fact that he's doing it. I think the fact that he's making a point that he did it first.
by the sounds of it, because it almost sounds like he's been doing it their whole life.
Yeah,
By the way that he's acting.
that's what it sounds like. Let's see if there's anything from this. It boasts a lot about corgi puppies. My corgi is 26 pounds.
Oh, the poster posts a
Yeah,
lot
so I
about
clicked on them to
puppies.
see like they have a. It sounds like they have a corgi. I don't see anything else about a brother. It's a 2-year-old account. The post was 2 years ago. Oh, there's their corgi. Cute.
Hmm.
He's so cute. Yeah, it's a lot about the dog, but I think that she was just fed up about the brother.
Yeah, I just don't. I mean, that doesn't make sense to me just because I've never had to deal with anything like that. But I mean, okay, I was the first to get married and have kids and whatever, but
Right.
it doesn't make if like we had just like a wedding on the back porch of my mom's house
Right.
and my youngest brother had a wedding
A
like
huge
a
wedding, yeah.
standard like go what people
Beautiful
picture as
wedding.
weddings, and I was like, that's awesome. Like, okay, your accomplishments are awesome to you,
Right.
but I don't. Just some people feel like they have to be the center of attention all the time, and you just
Right.
kind of just have to let those people be themselves and just not paying it any mind.
Yeah. I wish there was like more. Like I wish that I knew like how his wife feels about it or how old the brothers are or a lot of people are saying like, yeah, I've dealt with this. One of them is a twin, so that's a little bit more
Mm-hmm.
understandable. A lot of people are saying you could always respond as cool, bro. Good for you. Like, don't show him attention. I know that, like, when people, like, kids are growing up and stuff and, like, oh, my brother's hitting me. Well, he's doing it because he wants a reaction out of you. Or, like, our kids all the time, Mom, he's looking at me. Okay, look away.
Yeah.
Like, but they don't understand that. They want that reaction. And then the other child thinks that it's funny that they're
Mm-hmm.
getting so upset. So maybe that's why he's doing it. Or he feels unseen. Or say, like, he's not, like, maybe the OP has bought a house and, has a good job and this one doesn't. Like, maybe he's trying to, like, get that. Maybe he went to college and he did all the things and played the sports, and then the older brother's like, well, I didn't do any of that, I went to work, so maybe
Mm-hmm.
he's trying to get like gratification from someone, whether it be the parents or the brother. Maybe he like really looks up to the brother and he doesn't know how to be like, you're awesome, bro.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I know too sometimes with like older siblings, like when your parents or whatever have there's younger kids, you feel like you're forgotten about, kind
Yeah.
of a thing.
Well, your
So you have
first
to
one
like,
is the one that you learn with. Like you learn with that because it's your first child.
no, I'm meaning from like me and my two brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Like since they had them, I didn't feel this way.
Right.
Just example is like I'm less important because now their accomplishments mean more, kind of a thing.
Mm,
So like what I do doesn't matter. It all that matters is what they do,
right. I
kind of a
mean,
thing.
they're
I
like a
know there's people that feel
baby.
like that, like I'm not important anymore. I'm old
Right.
news, whatever.
Well, and there's a lot of times where the oldest, they have to essentially, I mean, I could be wrong, but like, say you have a young parents like us, like if our oldest would have to go buy her own car and because we don't have the money because we're so young kind of thing, or has to go work because she wants the money, but then we have another baby 10 years down the line, well, now we're established as a couple. Like we've got the money and we've got the house and so then we go and buy that child a car. And
Mm-hmm.
then we're like, oh, you want to play sports? Go play sports. You don't have to work. Go to school, play sports.
Mm-hmm.
And then, oh, you don't have to work because you're going to college. You could stay at home. But then the first child is like, well, I've been working since I was 15 years old. I bought my own car. I bought my own cell phone. Like if I wanted to do something, I had to go do it. I didn't have time or money for sports because I was working. So, I mean, it could be that like when you're,
Mm-hmm.
and especially like if you're a young parent, like I was saying, the first one, I felt like I was growing with her because I was so young. And it was her first, but it was also my first. Like I had never changed a diaper. I'd never, taught a child how to walk. I've never had to be responsible for a child that was sleeping and like being afraid every night that she was going to like smother herself or, all the things. And then when they're starting to run around and then the second one, you're like, oh, I've done this.
Yeah, but
Like,
that's not. I understand what you're saying, but that's not a part of the sibling connection
see, I don't have that. I have
because
my sister that's not.
it's like it can be like I'm good at video games, but my brother is good at sports, or this brother's good at this, or like we all play baseball together. Well, I didn't make the team. He made JV. He made varsity, kind of a thing. Like it's a competition between the siblings.
Do you think it's worse for brothers, or like brothers versus sisters versus
It
a
just
brother and a
depends on the
sister?
dynamic, really. It doesn't. I don't think it matters between the sex or gender or whatever. I don't know. It just depends on the type of personalities that you're dealing with.
Well, and honestly,
Because
this one,
there's brothers and sisters who straight up fight
my
each other.
husband's older brother, yeah. So it's two boys,
Yeah, so it just depends on the family dynamic. Like
right?
if they're a competitive family, then yes, I did this before you. I'm better at this than you. Blah blah blah,
Right.
kind of a thing.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Okay.
My next one. Am I the asshole for being honest to my brother about why he is being excluded? 34 female, my brother, 26 male, told me that he is upset because he feels like everyone ignores him and excludes him out of things. He told me that no one ever invites him to any events. He said that no one calls or texts him. He was upset that he found out that all of us siblings have a group chat and he's not a part of it. He also told me at work how some of his colleagues ignore him and don't invite him out to events outside of work hours. I had to be honest with my brother about why he's in this position. I basically told him that he is essentially excluding himself and that his behavior is the reason why he's being left out. He spends a majority of his free time in his room on his laptop. He hardly leaves the house besides just going to work. He doesn't have any other hobbies or interests. He doesn't make an effort himself to engage with people and reach out to people. He isolates himself from everyone. I told him, you can't expect people to include you and reach out when you hide in your room all day and you don't make an effort yourself to engage with people. My brother got upset when I told him this, but I feel like he needed to hear it because it's the truth.
That made me so sad.
Yeah, the vote was asshole on that one.
That sounds like such a vicious cycle. Because probably in his room because he feels like nobody wants him around.
Mm-hmm.
And they're probably like, oh, he's in his room, so he doesn't want to be around. Oh. How old was he again? 36?
I think
34?
36.
34 and 26, something like that. I try to remember
34.
ages.
The sister was 34 and the brother was 26.
Oh, so he's a younger brother.
I mean, that would definitely suck. I mean, but with me,
You're an introvert.
Yeah,
To an
so
extent.
I don't, because I mean, I see like brothers and stuff, like they go on trips with like the cousins and stuff that are the same age.
Right.
And I mean, that's whatever to
Mhm.
me, kind of a thing. Like, cool, your guys are having fun. I'm happy for you. Do
Right.
that. But I could see where somebody would get upset because they feel left out and
Right.
like not included. But I take it as I'm not going to be upset that I'm not included. I'm just going to make it a point to, if I'm asked to be there, I will be there.
Oh yeah, we're real good at being like, other than having to work, but say there's a birthday party at like a cousin's house. I'm gonna make sure, one, that my kids are gonna be there, and two, that one of us will be there. Like if we
Mhm.
have to work, I'm gonna make sure that I pick up the work day and let you be off so that you can take them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yes, our kids are older, but I've always been one to like, if I'm invited, because my irrational toxic side is if this happened with my baby shower actually. So like I invited a bunch of people and barely anybody came. So if I'm a person that, invites, I always see these videos and they make me so sad. But you invite like 10 kids to your kid's birthday party and nobody comes because
Mhm.
everyone has their own excuse. Whether, mom has to work or they are with their grandparents or, everybody has an excuse, but that child is sitting at that empty ass table. That's
Mhm.
so sad to me. So I'm going to make sure that we're going to be there. But at the same time, if I got invited to say 10 things over the last year and I didn't go to any of them, I don't think I would expect another invite to
Yeah.
anything
Yeah, but
because I don't make the effort to show up.
but it's, I mean, it just also is a pending thing where it shouldn't, you should still always invite family,
Right.
regardless of if they don't come. You should still send the invite, like, hey, we're getting together for a barbecue or whatever. I mean, if they're a dick and they make an ass of themselves when they're there, yes, okay, keep them over there, kind of a thing.
Yeah. I don't know. That just made me so sad thinking like, but who knows? This could have been the thing where the sister told him that, and then he like decides that today's the day that I'm like, well, I never get invited. So that's why I feel like I need to stay in my room. So this might be like they're reconciling where they're like, oh, well, you want to be invited? So then let's start inviting you. Like,
Mm.
I don't know. Or maybe it's one of those things that like he thinks that his sister's, it's a sister, right? A
Mm-hmm.
sister and a
Sister
brother.
and a brother.
Okay. So maybe he thinks that his sister's friend group is his friend's group.
Well, no, it's that's the sister and cousins have a group chat, and he's not included in it. So it's like a family group met chat, and he's excluded from it. But it's
Because he wants to be in his room?
only on his laptop, and then like he feels that people from work don't invite him to go to outings. Me, I could care less about people from work inviting me to do stuff.
Oh, great. Thanks. I'm the person from work.
Talking about other jobs that I have had. Like, I wouldn't care at all. Like, I just want to go home. I have a family. I could care less. But I mean, to a single person, like you see all your coworkers getting together and hanging out, and you're not invited, and then your families are talking and having group chats and doing stuff together and not hanging out, then yes, I understand feeling some type of way
That's
about
so sad.
Because yeah, if you didn't have anything to go to,
Right. You got your
then
laptop.
all I'm going to do is go to my laptop and feel sad about it. I mean,
Ugh,
it sucks,
that
but
does suck. Is there, what's the, like, is there, I want an update. I want it to be like, oh, me and my brother went and hung out and had a good talk. And then, how long ago was it?
it was a year ago.
So we probably won't get an update if there's not one. Well, maybe. I've seen updates.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything, but it's like, it's a lot of, you should still
You suck ass.
invite them to do things. Your siblings, why exclude them from family groups and stuff like that?
All right, so my next one is a question to the Redditors. Siblings of Reddit, what's one story that you and your brother/sister swore to take to your graves before your parents found out? And there's some really cute ones in here, but this one, when I was 7, my brother and I decided a whirlwind of adrenaline to shoplift from a tiny corner shop. I hesitated a little, but some sight of encouragement from Big Bro and pocketed some colorful gel pens, those ones that smell like fruit. The shop owner saw, walked over, and told me she was going to call the police if I don't confess. I started crying and admitted the truth, but I didn't give my brother up. I was grounded for a month with no pocket money. My parents were so upset with me, it took me a long time to feel forgiven. I never once let it slip that my brother was stealing too. We never talked about it, and we have never in all these years. Oh, we never have in all of these years. He split his pocket money with me for that in that month.
Hmm.
That's so sweet.
That's funny.
He never gave it up.
Yeah, I've definitely had some run-ins like that before, but it wasn't with my brothers. It was with my cousin. Got caught stealing DVDs. Banned from the mall in Des Moines.
Oh, never going back there. That was cute. There's some other ones in here. There's this one. A few years back, I was about 17 and my sister was 19. She was dating an absolute piece of garbage and ended up falling pregnant with him. My parents never knew because she miscarried quite early on. I only know because I caught her outside drinking bourbon when I couldn't sleep one night. She was crying and I asked her what was up. That's when she pulled out a little notebook filled with potential baby names, and I read further into the book. Baby names turned into a poem and a letter for this child. Aww. That's something I'll take to the grave. I'll never forget her face when she told me.
So she was drinking because she miscarried, I'm assuming?
Yeah, so it sounds like, you know, there's just something about like a sibling bond. Like, even if you fight all the time and like you hate each other, like you're always going to be able to fall back on that. I mean, I guess not always, but like that's the one person you could be like, bro, I fucked up. And, you know, they'll be there for you. That's sweet.
Yeah, because I mean, I've definitely forgot about them by now, but there was things that my brothers told me. They're like, don't tell mom or dad. I was like, okay, yeah, you don't even have to tell me.
Right.
I'm not saying anything, kind of a thing.
Yeah. Oh, this one's. When I was 14, my brother was 16. My parents went shopping and I was in charge at 14. I was in charge of making sure my brother and his girlfriend didn't do anything that my parents wouldn't approve of. So obviously, I told him. He had about 20 minutes before they got back, and I went upstairs. About 15 minutes later, I hear a car pull up in the driveway. So I rushed downstairs to tell him to wrap it up, and I see his girlfriend on her knees. Let's see. So that night I found out what a blowjob was. Aww.
Is she the one that shook his head and said, put her there, brother?
Yeah. Hell yeah, brother. That's funny.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. All right. My next one is, am I the asshole for embarrassing my brother?
Oh.
I'm 23 and I'm visiting home. My younger brother is 17 and recently got a girlfriend. I met her at a family dinner at Applebee's. Everyone was being polite and formal. At some point, someone asked how long they've been dating, and she said it was pretty new, but he was really mature for his age. I laughed a little because he is not mature and was acting all nonchalant for no reason. So I told a story that I thought was funny and harmless. It was about how during lockdown he got really into Among Us and once refused to leave a game and ended up peeing his pants, like fully peed himself. He ran to the toilet with his iPad and the pee trailed on the ground. It was so freaking funny. I felt bad though because he got quiet, so I apologized during dinner and tried to tell embarrassing stories about myself, like when I got rejected or sharding stories.
Mm.
After dinner, he blew up at me. He said I embarrassed him on purpose, and now his girlfriend probably thinks he's gross and immature. I told him everyone has a story like that, and I didn't say it to be mean. It's just a funny memory. He said I always do this, and said I should have warned him or something. He hasn't really talked to me since, and now my mom says the teenage boys are sensitive and about their image, and that my follow up stories were gross. Edit, I think I was a little drunk. Another edit, I forgot to mention she's 19, almost 20.
And how old was the brother?
17.
Wait, 17 and almost 20-year-old?
17, 19, that's 2 years.
Yeah, but technically that's not legal, right?
Age of consent, which
Almost
I mean,
20 though.
17 and 20.
That's just that extra year. I don't know.
Oh, I think that's close enough to be fine. There's no
It's
about
sad.
it.
I don't know. That's like out of high school and in high school still. Oh wait, how old were we?
How old were we?
18 and 19, 17 and 18.
17 and 18.
I don't know. That's a little. I don't know when it switches from a 1 to a 2. In my brain, that's not. I don't know. That just
Yeah, but he
sounded
was
weird.
really mature for his age.
Oh, yeah. See, I never really did the whole gaming thing, so I don't understand like getting that locked into a game. But there's been times where I've been laying on the couch, doom scrolling through TikTok, and I'm like, after this one, I'm gonna get up and pee. Nope, after this one, and then 4 hours later, I'm like, I have to go to bed.
I've definitely never been that invested into it, but I've definitely been invested enough to where I've forgotten to eat and then wait too long and
Oh yeah.
I don't feel good, kind of a deal.
Mine is I lay on the couch, know I have to pee, and I still don't get up because I'm in a rabbit hole, or those ones that are like, oh, check for part 2 on the remodeling of the house, and I'm on part 17, and I'm like, well, I'm in too deep.
Yeah, no. Yeah, but that's not definitely something that you shouldn't be telling about your brother at a still early on relationship.
See, as a girlfriend, I'd be like, why didn't you just go pee?
Yeah, but it's an embarrassing story, like
Right.
trying to prove that I'm cool to this girl. Like
I think it's because he was acting like not himself.
Well, yeah, obviously.
And that's why he said that. He was like, well, he's acting cool right now, but he's really not.
That's almost something like you would say at like the wedding, like a speech kind of a thing.
Oh, God. That's funny.
I mean, that's what a lot of people do is tell embarrassing stories during speeches at weddings. Something funny to say.
Okay, so my next one is, am I the asshole for pulling away from my identical twin sister, even though I know it has caused her to spiral? I, 18 female, am an identical twin. Our parents encouraged an insanely close, to the point of codependency relationship, and my sister fell hard into it while I resented the hell out of it. Our parents even named us super similar. My sister is Katie and I'm Casey, and the spelling of our name was chosen intentionally. Our parents wanted us to match always. My parents and my sister expected us to do everything together. We shared a bedroom and even a bed our whole lives until June. That's when I packed up my stuff and I moved out of our parents' house. Our parents insisted to every school that we went to and every teacher that we had to be in the same class and sitting next to each other all year. When we had field trips, we were to be each other's buddy. If one of us was invited to a birthday party, then it was assumed to be, or then was assumed to be invited to regardless. Oh, then the other one was assumed to be invited regardless of whether they were or not. All our extracurriculars were the same, and it was fucking miserable for me because I hated them. Those were all my sister's interests, not mine. Anytime I tried to set boundaries with my sister, she'd disregard them and carry on as normal. And normal for us was being codependent and super enmeshed. I was never very close to our parents, but I gave up on having a good relationship with them when I was 11, and they got mad at me for keeping a secret friend from my sister. They actually accused me of bullying because I wanted to keep a friend to myself. That's how bad things were. My sister has always hated when someone liked me and wanted to be my friend, but didn't like her or want to be her friend. For my sister, we're one and the same. If you like one, you like both. She doesn't see us as our own individual people, just as twins, identical twins who are alike in every single way possible. I remember being in the hospital when I was 14 and she wasn't allowed to stay with me, and my parents were removed from the hospital for abusing staff over enforcing that rule of no minors overnight. I was released 2 days later, and those were the best nights of sleep that I had up until that point. I also felt like I got some breathing room, which was much needed. My sister never slept that whole time. She was an absolute mess because I wasn't there. It made me wish that I could stay in the hospital indefinitely. We were supposed to go to the same college, live together, and our parents admittedly planned on bullying admin of our school of our choice into assigning us as roommates. But then I acted like I wasn't going to college. I stayed with a friend and blocked my family for a while before me and my friends moved out of state to a community college. I just started everything. I got a job too, so I can support myself, which is also my reason for community college. I did unblock my sister, and it's been awful. I've debated whether I unblock her or block her again or not, but if I do, it will be a forever thing. There's no doing it just for now. If I block her again, I won't ever have a relationship with her. So I'm trying not to and see if she can try and grow. But she fell apart without me. She's already dropped out of college. She's back living with our parents. She's pleaded me to come get her and take her home with me. Our parents used her phone to call me and say that I was awful for pulling away from my sister who needs me. They say I'm being abusive and even accuse me of trying to kill her with this. I can see her downward spiral, but I just can't be enmeshed with her for the rest of my life. I want to be me, not Katie's twin, Casey. Am I the asshole?
No, your parents are the assholes.
Right.
They completely destroyed that relationship.
Yeah.
Like, that's definitely not right whatsoever.
No.
Like, so bad that you had to get kicked out of the damn hospital because you tried to enforce these things onto that's insane to me.
Well, there's a lot of people, which I'm not going to lie, you see two baby girls and they're dressed the same. I think that's so cute. But after like a year old,
yeah,
they're their own people. Let them be their own people.
Yeah, like I understand the whole you have twins, you want them to look cute together and this and that, but literally forcing them to live the exact same lives together, that's like what's happening. That's a quick way to make somebody resent you.
Well, and OP needs to go and explain to the sister, like, it's the parents' fault.
Yeah, but at that
For having them share a bed until they were 18 years old?
Yeah, no,
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's at that point, that sister is like brainwashed. Right. Her mom's completely brainwashed that kid.
I And I do feel for the sister because it seems like she doesn't feel whole without her sister being there.
Well, yeah.
And then one of them's like, I want to go live my life, but she's being drugged down by the sister and the parents. Like, I don't know what parents would do that.
And like she had her own friend and was accused of bullying because that person didn't want to be friends with the sister too.
Right.
Like that's not that doesn't that yeah, that's those parents are like, and then going to bully admin to make it to where your sister like they can room together. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's not how the real world works.
Well, and they accused her of trying to kill her. They accused me of trying to kill her with this and being abusive. I don't know. That's just. I understand the cutesy names
Yeah, that's
to an
whatever.
extent. Like when you're pregnant, you know thinking of names. Katie and Casey. That's cute.
Yeah, that's normal. That's probably the most normal part about this whole fucking thing.
But making them want to go to the same college and that, like, who knows? Maybe one wants to be like a marine biologist and the other one wants to be a lawyer. Like, that's not the same college.
Mom needs to be locked. Well, mom and dad need to be locked up in a fucking loony bin,
Right.
and the sister needs to go to therapy
That's so sad.
for sure.
There's no other, like, I mean, there's OP comments a lot. Like, there's a lot of comments. People ask questions like, well, um, like honestly saying that it's emotional incest between siblings. They need a trauma counselor,
For sure.
which honestly I don't know if there's much trauma per se.
Well, there's tons of trauma.
No, like traditional trauma, like they weren't beat or but like emotional into like they're trying to make them
Well, that's completely, totally emotional trauma.
right.
Like to the sense of like, almost like that movie. I think it was Mama.
Mm.
Like when the sisters were getting
movie, yeah.
separated at the end, like, or like they wouldn't leave each other's side, kind of a thing.
I mean,
That's
yeah, but
completely
they
different
were
story. Like
they were
stranded
stuck in the same.
the wild and
So
eating cherries and stuff.
somebody asked if they were the second twin born, and she's like, actually, I am the firstborn twin. I'm an hour older than my sister, but I was the difficult child who wanted to break the mold of our parents. She fully bought in. So she fully bought in. Oh, so she followed her friends. Like if they wanted to go to sports, and our parents dressed us the same. We didn't have our own style either way. Their style was chosen. So their parents did choose all the things like sports, their styles, what they were into. They always made a show of our twinsies. That's sad.
Yes, yeah, I'm on the definitely on like the path of like OP. Like I wanted to do my own thing. I wanted to be my own person. I wanted to have my own stuff. I mean, my parents never forced us to do any of the same stuff, whatever. But I was definitely more of, I don't want to do what everybody else is doing.
Right. So your mom is a twin, and I remember a long time ago because my son was a twin. Also, we did lose the twin early on, but she told me that like your grandma never dressed them the same. Like they were their own people. They didn't have to do the same thing if they wanted to do sports or if they wanted to talk to a boy or they didn't all the things. So like that's how I envisioned raising twins if I had them. Like they wouldn't be the same, which we found out that one was a boy, one was a girl. So I guess we wouldn't have dressed them the same. But I always thought about like a swimsuit. Like it'd be cute to have like swim trunks with like purple and pink dinosaurs on it, and then like a swim top. Like just cute, like kind of matchy things, but not like matchy.
That's the normal stuff that you do, even when you have like siblings that are close to each other, kind of a thing. Not sharing a fucking bed until you're 18 years old.
Crazy to me.
And then getting kicked out of a hospital
because you're abusing the staff to have your other child stay.
Ridiculous.
Not a hotel, my love. Yeah, I don't think that m- maybe the mom has both
Mom
the
needs to go
parents.
to, like I said, a freaking
They
loony
need
bin.
help, yeah. I think that they took the cutesy twin like matching 1-year-old birthday party pictures. They took that way too far. But they're also enabling the sister, the other sister,
Well, yeah, because that was the one that it worked on.
right? But she did say when she was younger, she
It
was the
was
one that broke the mold.
like the hell was it? The you fall in love with your captor kind of a
Oh,
deal. Your abuser.
right. Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, like that she's fully bought into what they want.
Right.
And the other one's like, no, I'm me. I'm not you.
Right. Well, and the fact that one of them is and the one isn't, I think that's egging the parents on more. But like, see, she can do it. Why can't you?
Yeah,
It'd be
like
different if they were both like, we're out.
yeah, like your sister listens. Why can't you be more like your sister? Blah blah blah, kind of a thing. Like, yeah, I'm out on that, dude.
Well, and that's sad for the sister too. Like, I know that one day she's gonna be like, "Damn, I could have had like a great relationship with my sister," or she might lay in bed one night and be like, I miss our talks. I miss that," you know."
Mm-hmm.
And she's not gonna have that if she block. And I think she knows that because she's saying that if she blocks her again, or if she doesn't want to block her, she doesn't know. Like, I think she knows that if she does it, she's gonna have to keep it. Like, if I block her, I'm gonna have to keep it. Which you never have to always have that. Like, you can always just unblock her and be like, "Hey, bro, 5 years later,
Mm-hmm.
like, hey, how are you?" Like, random, "Are you up?" text, but
Yeah.
for a sister, that's so sad though.
Yeah, that's a long road
Right.
of
It was
psychological.
40 days ago, so we might get an update. We might keep for an update. We saved it, so hopefully, maybe we'll get an update at some point.
Last story. Am I the asshole for refusing to buy a gift for a kid because it's their sibling's birthday? Last week, I was invited to my friend's house to celebrate his kid's birthday. When I asked what I should bring for the brat, my friend informed me that they like to give both kids gifts so no one is left out of the celebration. I said, okay. And when I arrived, I gave their birthday kid a gift and my friend a six pack. His wife mentioned that the other kid's going to feel left out, but I informed her that although she's welcome to raise her kids how she likes, doesn't mean anyone has to subscribe to the same parenting style. Am I the asshole?
No.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Not spending extra money to make your other child feel like they're included when it's not their birthday.
I
It's
mean, the
not
whole
their
point
day.
of a birthday party is to have your day. You feel special.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't care if the kids are 10 and 2 or like 4 and 7. Like, I think that they need to feel special in their own rights.
Yeah, I mean, like the only way that I think that that would be different is like if you've got family that lives in a different state that doesn't get to come for everything, or like grandparents
Mm-hmm.
that live somewhere else and they bring everybody like gifts.
Right.
Like, I think I can see where that's okay, but making everybody that's coming to the party bring a gift for each kid,
Yeah, did
like
they make everybody do that?
that's almost what it sounds like. Like, I'm not, no.
But if they really wanted that vibe of it, like, hey, bring a, have a conjoined birthday party. I know that you and your cousins and your brother had your cousin and your brother
Mm-hmm.
had a conjoined birthday when you were little because you all had the same week birthday. I get
Mm-hmm.
that, like it's all the same week. But make it known that it's for all of them.
Yeah, you're not forcing me to do that. It's not okay. I'm sorry that that's how you want to raise your kids, but that's not my problem.
Like
Like, I can't afford to buy two gifts. Like, I
right,
got gift and I got my buddy some beer. That's
right. I think it would be the so if you had like a 5, 6 year old, something like that, and then like a 1 or 2 year old, I could see the like the parents getting the 2-year-old something to keep them, because I know that when our kids were little, Alex, my daughter, she wanted to help Bo open his presents. She always wanted to help. She didn't want them. She just wanted to help open them.
It's the act of opening and ripping stuff open.
And she would always like open it and be like, look, and then show him what he got when he could see it. But they're also a year apart. But I think once she realized what a birthday party was and like how to open gifts, she was all about it. And then she kind of wanted to show him how to be excited about it. So I could understand them getting the little one. There's no ages.
No.
Getting them something to like distract them a little bit. Like, oh, here's a new little tricycle dinosaur thing. And then letting the other kid have their party.
Yeah, but
presents, whatever.
Again, that's different. That's them doing that. It's not making everybody else.
That's wild to me. I could never be like, hey, bring all the kids something. What if they have another kid here in the next couple of years?
Yeah, no. I'd be like, I'm out, homie.
I mean, good for him, though, for standing up, but also bringing Dad some beer, because it sounds like he needs it.
Yeah, I'm not. No. Yeah, like I said, again, should not have to. Everybody shouldn't have to conform to how you're wanting to do that. Based off, it's for a birthday.
Right. I mean, some things I do understand, like, hey, we don't
cuss around.
Right, we don't cuss like sailors in this house. Okay, be respectful. I get that.
But yeah, I'm not. This isn't your birthday, so
maybe they just wanted a bunch of stuff, and that was their excuse.
Yeah, there's that too.
Like, hey, my kids don't have very many toys or clothes or whatever, and they just wanted an excuse.
I mean,
but I think it sounds like he just doesn't. They don't want him to be left out, which I understand. But that's a learning opportunity, because later in life, just because, the guy down the street has a Lamborghini does not mean I get one. That'd be nice. But just because, like, you got, a new hat doesn't mean I get one too.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Not a part of the shenanigans.
Yeah. Siblings, I tell ya.
And that's going to do it for us tonight. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with these crazy sibling stories. As always, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next one.
Love you. Bye.